Hello yogis. Today I'm going to lead a restorative yoga practice. If you're not familiar with a restorative practice, it is a practice that is specifically designed to access the body's rest and restore response in our nervous system. Just a little bit of information on our nervous system so that you'll have a better understanding of how this helps you and helps the body heal is that we have a part of our nervous system that responds to things that we need to react to, often referred to as the fight and flight system, part of the system. And we need that part of the system. We need to be able to move quickly or respond to our external environment. And then the counterpart of that is called the parasympathetic nervous system, or referred to as the rest and digest part of our nervous system. And what happens so often in our society is that we say more stimulated in the sympathetic nervous system and don't allow ourselves to rest and restore in the parasympathetic nervous system. And that can cause imbalances in the body. So the restorative yoga practice allows us to go into different poses, and the poses are held for a little, a period of time to allow ourselves to relax, but not go to sleep. So the goal is not to go to sleep, but to stay in that sort of not here, not there space where you're sort of awake, but also very relaxed, and move through a little bit of a practice. And then I will finish the practice with a loving kindness meditation. Just a little bit more information on the benefits of a restorative yoga practice. A restorative yoga practice reduces cortisol, which is the stress hormone that is often produced in the body. It can lower your blood pressure and your heart rate. It can reduce muscle tension and help with insomnia. It can boost your immunity system, which is a really important benefit right now. It can increase the good cholesterol in our systems. It helps to improve digestion and elimination. It can help to alleviate chronic stress and severe pain. Increases blood flow to the heart. Stimulates flow through the lymphatic system. It reduces brain arousal. And it helps us create a feeling of being balanced and grounded. So as we go through the practice, I have a stack of bed pillows and blankets here. I have a rolled up blanket on this side. You can, Mexican blanket, you can use blankets or bed pillows or towels, beach towels, whatever it is that you have available. But we want to be supported in the poses. And we'll get started. So bring yourself back onto your mat. Let's just do a little bit of just easy stretching and breathing to begin with. And then we'll go into our restorative poses. I'm going to move these out of the way for now so that you can see that I am lying down on my mat and just taking a nice long stretch. Maybe just reach your arms up over your head, stretch your legs out long, point and flex your feet if that feels good. Pull your belly button down towards your spine, reach your arms above your head, and then bring your arms back down by your sides. Bring the soles of your feet up onto the mat. Make sure that you keep that nice long back of the neck. We'll just do a little bit of breathing and moving to get started, and then we'll move into more of the restorative practices. As you're ready, on an inhalation, lift the hips towards the sky. On an exhalation, lower the hips, lift the feet, hands on top of your shins, give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. Inhale, upside down, downward facing dog. Exhale, bend the knees, lower the feet, arms down by your sides. Couple more rounds, just like that, just easy. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower the hips. Lift the feet, hands on your shins, give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. Inhale, upside down, downward facing dog. And that is just extending the legs towards the ceiling. You could do this one leg at a time or both legs. Arms towards the ceiling like you're standing on like you're stuck on the ceiling. And then with an exhalation, bend the knees, soles of the feet to the floor, arms down by your sides. One more time. Lift the hips, inhale. Lower the hips, exhale. Lift the feet, hands on your shins, give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. Inhale, upside down, downward facing dog. Exhale, bend the knees, soles of the feet to the floor, arms down by your sides. Bring your hands to your heart center in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Interlace your fingers, turn the palms toward the sky, just kind of work your hands out just a tiny little bit. And then release, arms down by your sides. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. And I'm going to do a counted breath. Start at 10 and count down to 1. And if it's comfortable for you, just bring your breathing into sequence with my counting. And if it's not, just breathe at a comfortable pace for yourself. So inhale 10, exhale 9. Inhale 8, exhale 7. Inhale 6, exhale 5. Inhale 4, exhale 3. Inhale 2, exhale 1. Take maybe 2 or 3 more breath cycles on your own and just let the body fill with the breath. You might feel your belly rise or your chest rise, and then you might, on the exhalation, feel the hand lower on the belly and then the chest. Find a bit of a rhythm, sort of a wave of inhaling, and then the exhale with the wave of the exhalation. Breathing at a pace that is comfortable for you. Maybe breathe it, inhaling in through the nose. And if it's comfortable, through the nose or through the mouth with the exhalation. And then as you're ready, take a moment, roll over onto your right side if that's comfortable for you. Use your arm to support your head, lie on your right side, and just allow yourself just to pause here for a moment on your right side. And take a couple of breath cycles just noticing. As you lie on your right side, you will breathe more freely through your left nostril. And as you breathe through your left nostril, you're activating more of the right side of the brain, which is the side of the brain that we believe has more to do with imagination, relaxation, emotions. And then as you're ready, you can use your left hand to push into the floor and bring yourself up. And find a seated position with the legs a little bit wide, but a nice long spine. Hands on your shins. We'll just do a few seated cat-cows here to get the spine just a little loosened up. So as you inhale, first of all, find your alignment, find your head, notice where it is over your shoulders. We work towards having the ear holes lined up over the shoulders. Gravity is going to pull us down, it's going to pull the head down, but that also cuts off some of the breath passages. So we want to see if that we can work towards having the ears lined up over the shoulders and a nice long spine. And with an inhalation, just very gently, pull back on the shins, pull the chest forward, extend the tailbone back. And then as you exhale, fold the spine into flexion. Inhale, coming through the extension of the spine. Exhale, flexing the spine. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, flex the spine. 2 more times. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, flex the spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. And then make your way back to neutral. And as you have your head in a neutral position, again, lined up with the moving the ear holes over the shoulders, let's just check out the range of motion in the cervical spine and the neck. Keeping the chin parallel to the floor. Turn your head towards the left, just easy as it'll go. And then come back through center and turn it towards the right. Just that simple movement. So keep a nice long spine, and you're just turning the head in one direction, and then gently turning it through center in the other directions. So do that maybe 2 more times, just noticing. We're just noticing the rotation that we get in the cervical spine, the neck. And then the next time you come through center, pause. Take your right ear to your right shoulder. So keep your head in line with the body. Just simply take your ear to your shoulder. And then if you would like, take your right hand on the top of on the other side of your head. And it's not, you're not pulling, but it's just a gentle tension. And if it feels okay, you can take your left shoulder and just sort of let that extend down. And then you can crawl maybe your fingertips around to the base of the skull, turning the chin towards the armpit. And then bring the head back into the same plane with the body, the ears still moving towards the shoulder. Release the arm. Bring the head back to center. And we'll take that in the opposite direction. So left ear to left shoulder. Then if you want to take your left hand on the other side of your head, just very gentle tension. And then if you want to walk your fingers down towards the base of your spine, turning your chin towards your armpit. Bringing your head back up and then back to center. Very little movement here in the shoulders. Let's just give them some rotational movement. With a nice long spine, take the shoulders up, back, around, down, up, back, around, down, and then let's do that in the reverse. So we'll start with up, forward, around, back, and down. Up, forward, down, around, and back up. Now we're going to move into more of a restorative practice. And with doing that, I'm going to use a rolled up blanket. I want the roll part of the blanket to be big enough to give me an extension in the back just below the shoulder blades. So I'm going to take my blanket and put it on the mat. And as I lie down with the blanket right beneath the shoulder blades, I still want a nice long back of the neck. I don't want my chin sticking straight up towards the sky. So with the back supported here with the blanket, I have an opening in the top part of the chest, right under the shoulder blades, and a nice long back of the neck. Right here I can take my arms out in more of a T posture with the palms facing forward. I could put my arms in more of a goalpost shape if that feels good. I could extend my legs out long if that feels good. I could bring the soles of the feet together and have butterfly legs. Or one more option would be to take a blanket, another blanket or a pillow, and put that behind my knees so that the legs are supported. So take your time, find a position here where that is comfortable. If it feels like this is rolled up into too big of a roll, then unroll the blanket a little bit. And then as you lie there, do anything that makes it even 5 or 10% more comfortable for you. And if you're cool, place a blanket or a towel on top of you. As you do this practice, your body temperature will cool down, and you want to stay warm so that you are comfortable. So right here, do a bit of a body scan. And any part of the body that you feel tension, take the breath there. Take a nice inhalation in and breathe right into that part of the body. And then as you exhale, allow the breath to carry away any tension in the body. If you notice that the mind is busy, which is very normal activity for the mind to stay busy, sometimes it helps to imagine the mind as a big, blue, beautiful sky. And as thoughts come in or drift in, they're just clouds that pass along. And they drift and they morph and then they just pass out of sight. So take one more breath here. An easy breath to allow us to start to relax in the body. And with the exhalation, allow yourself to shed perhaps a layer of tension, a layer of stress, a layer of worry. And then again, as you're ready, allow yourself to roll over onto your right side. Take your time. As we transition between poses, try to move very slowly as not to disturb this sort of meditative state that we cultivate. And then allow yourself to rise up again. And then as we neutralize the spine, again, you might find that sole of the feet on the mat. Just bring the chest forward through the shoulders, and it doesn't have to be a big movement. We're just neutralizing the spine, a little bit of movement, a little bit of extension, a little bit of flexion. And then allow yourself with your hands to support behind you, fingers towards your feet, feet about as wide as the mat. Just windshield wiper the legs from one side through to the other side. And then from this position, we're going to go into a reclined twist. You're going to want to use your bolster if you have one, or your bed pillows. So initially, place your bed pillows on the right side of your mat. And I have 4 bed pillows here. I want it long enough to support my foot, ankle, knee, and thigh. So may have to move these as we go along, but we're just practicing for now. And you want enough support behind your head so that you can have a comfortable pillow. So maybe a little blanket behind your head. So lie down on your back. Start by pulling the left leg in towards your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze here. On an inhalation, let's take that leg and just extend it towards the ceiling. Now you can take your hands and sort of hold on to the thigh behind your leg and then just extend that leg towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, bend the knee. So we're going to do that about 3 times. Easy. Take your time. No rush. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. And then this time, as you're exhaling, bend your knee. Bend your knee at about a 90-degree angle, and then roll over onto your right side. So you're going to let the pillows support the leg. So your foot, ankle, shin, knee, and the top part of your thigh are supported by the blankets. Now there's several options here. You can roll all the way over onto your right side if that's comfortable, and just have your arms in a comfortable position. You can take this more into a rotation in the spine if you extend the left arm out and the arms are in more of a T position. Your choice. So find what feels good for you, and you don't have to. If you get into a position and you're not comfortable, you're not going to relax. So if you get into a position and you're not comfortable, then move and relax. My motto is, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. So in whatever position that you're in now, just allow your body to soften. And just notice. You might notice in the twist that we don't get as full of a breath as we did with the back bend. You might notice if you're in the twist that you have that left arm extended out. Maybe you get a little bit of a stimulation in the area of the armpit on the left side. And take maybe 2 more breath cycles right here. And with each exhalation, it's an opportunity to release what may be held in the body that is taking up space that you no longer need. And then as you're ready, if you're not there already, go ahead and roll all the way over onto your right side. Rest your left arm on top of your side. And you can do this with your eyes open or closed. Take your arm and give it a nice, big, slow circle around. If you follow your arm with your eyes, you're going to work the muscles in the eyes, if that feels good for you. Or you can keep your eyes closed and just connect with that shoulder socket and the way you're receiving that rotational movement. Maybe twice in one direction, and then twice in the opposite direction. Take your time. Again, no rush. you're ready, roll over onto your back. Stretch the legs out long. Bring your arms over your head. Just take a nice long stretch. And then we're going to move our props to the other side of the blanket. So as we lie down now, we'll pull the right leg more toward the chest. Just give a little bit of a squeeze. And then allow your hands to slide behind your leg. And as you inhale, extend that leg towards the sky. And then as you exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. And then as you're ready, rolling over to the left side, let that right leg bend, and then supported the foot, shin, knee, and the top part of the thigh are supported on the pillows or the bolster. And then you decide. And it doesn't have to be the same on both sides. We're not symmetrical beings. We tend to be a far more right-sided species and culture than left-sided, so it might not, the same thing might not be comfortable on one side than it is on the other, and that's okay. The work is then to recognize that. We work towards balance. And allow yourself just to relax. This is a great practice to do at the end of the evening. To prepare for going to sleep. Allowing the mind to begin to just relax and let go. Allowing the body to recognize the parasympathetic nervous system. Allowing ourselves to recognize what it feels like to be relaxed. And then as you're ready, allow yourself to roll back over onto your back. Reach your arms up over your head. Again, stretch your legs out long. And then roll over onto your right side and allow yourself to press yourself up. We're going to do one more pose, and we're going to do that up against the wall. Legs up the wall. Legs up the wall is one of the fastest ways to calm the nervous system. As a counselor, I work with a lot of people that struggle with anxiety. And anxiety is a stimulation of the nervous system that is responding to a perceived threat in the environment. So legs up the wall can be a really nice way to calm the nervous system. And I'm going to show you the best way to get into the position. So I have a blanket that's lying on the floor next to the wall. And by sitting parallel to the wall in this position and lying down and then bringing the feet around, my hips are not up against the wall. They're a good 6 or 8 inches from the wall. And the legs can be close together. They can be wide if you like that, if that feels good for you. You can have them in a medium distance. You can take the arms up above your head if that feels comfortable for you. You can take the arms out into a T position. And again, you want a nice long back of the neck. So even allowing yourself to pick your head up, lengthen the back of the neck, and then placing the head back down on the mat. And you might feel here how this facilitates an opening in the upper part of the chest. You're also allowing the legs to have the benefit of the reverse pull of gravitational fluids in the legs, allowing more fluid and blood to pull in the abdominal area that helps facilitate digestion and elimination. So allow yourself the opportunity to just sink into this position of legs up the wall. If you don't have a wall, you can actually do this just legs up in the air. So maybe 2 or 3 more breath cycles here. Again, with each exhalation, an opportunity to release and relax, shedding a layer of worry or fear or stress. And to come out of this position, bend the knees, take your time, no rush. Allow yourself to roll over onto your side in more of a fetal position. And then make your way onto your mat and how you would like to spend your time in Shavasana. So as you prepare for Shavasana, make sure that you have a blanket under your head, perhaps a blanket over your whole body. Maybe a pillow behind your knees that allows for the support of the back. And then as you settle into your Shavasana, do a little bit of an inventory. Again, taking that opportunity to have the benefit of the restorative yoga practice. Notice any shifts in energy. Doing a body scan, noticing if there's any tension in the body. And start with an exhalation. And as you exhale, just clearing space, letting go. And as you inhale, bringing in something that you need. Compassion, kindness, forgiveness. And if it's comfortable for you, allow my words to become your words. May I be well. May I be healthy and strong. May I be happy and safe. May I find love and peace. And may I be free from suffering and the causes of my suffering. May I be well. May I be healthy and strong. May I be happy and safe. May I find love and peace. May I be free from suffering and the causes of my suffering. Allow yourself to settle into that part of you that you know to be there, that part of you that is always with you and has always been with you, your soul, your divine, your spirit. Noticing that part of you. And I'd like to finish with this poem from a Tibetan teacher. This was written in the 1400s, more than 700 years ago. But its message continues to be meaningful. The human body, at peace with itself, is more precious than the rarest gem. Cherish your body. It is yours this one time only. The human form is one with difficulty. It is easy to lose. All worldly things are brief, like lightning in the sky. This life you must know as the tiny splash of a raindrop, a thing of beauty that disappears even as it comes into being. The human body, at peace with itself, is more precious than the rarest gem. Cherish your body. It is yours this one time only. The human form is one with difficulty. It is easy to lose. All worldly things are brief, like lightning in the sky. This life you must know as the tiny splash of a raindrop, a thing of beauty that disappears even as it comes into being. A thing of beauty that disappears reminds us of the preciousness and the precariousness of life. So as you're ready, take a nice inhalation in, an exhalation out. Feel the support of the earth beneath you, the floor, the mat beneath you. Feel the touch of the fabric on your skin, perhaps the weight of the blankets on you. And as you're ready, allow yourself to lick your lips and swallow. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then take your time, no rush. Allow yourself to roll over onto your right side if it's comfortable. Pausing. Slowly bringing yourself back to a seated posture. it's comfortable for you and you'd like to bring your hands into this Anjali Mudra, a mudra is just a hand gesture. The Anjali Mudra is often associated with prayer and gratitude. Take a moment to bring up a blessing that you have in your life. Whatever that might be in your life at this time. A person, a relationship, a situation. Recognizing that blessing and holding that in the preciousness that it is. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your practice. Namaste.